Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Uncut Civilization 6. We are picking up a decent number of turns ahead of where we left off before, but the state of the world is mostly the same. We took over the capital city of Germany. America is still messing around with catapults and horsemen with spears. Nothing very intimidating. But us, over here in Macedonia, we have made great strides in technology. We have infantry and we have artillery, and we are ready for our next conquest, and our newest conquest is Japan. We are going to take over their cities, burn them to the ground until we find their capital. Then we will take over that, and we're gonna make a nice house out of it. We're gonna make a nice house out of it. So let's get this party started the right way by declaring war. Cassius Belli, formal war. Hojo Tekamoon is already upset with me. He's going to be even more upset when I start blowing his shit up. So let's get into it, man. This is what it's like going through a domination victory, man. It's a bit tough, especially when Gandhi starts getting upset with you, but that's not a big deal. But especially when you're technologically behind to a certain degree, a domination victory becomes that much more difficult. Like Hojo, if we look at the tech tree, Hojo is ahead of me in tech. He's already at the atomic era, so he's got access to some pretty powerful units. He's getting close to having like mechanized infantry. So the trick is, if I can take him out before he gets a handle on modern armor and mechanized infantry, I'll be able to take him out really easily. The only real threat in the world right now is France, because she has everything. She's got mechanized infantry, she's got tanks, she's unstoppable at this point. But Hojo and Gandhi, they're pushovers. I mean, his musketmen just basically getting completely obliterated. I had fast combat on. I was playing another game of in my spare time, so I'm just gonna disable that so we can see all the action clearly, because it's fun to watch it, you know. It's fun to watch the cannons fire, boom, and just, you know, seeing the numbers go down, but right there we're already seeing the significant difference in our tech levels, and just watching it completely decimate the Japanese structures. Like, this encampment is gonna go down to 2 shots? Boom. Encampment completely done. We don't even have to stress about it. So I mean, because the problem that we were having with when we were going to war with Germany was that we weren't able to quickly eliminate their defenses. So we couldn't blow up their encampments. We couldn't quickly blow up their walls. Just everything was taking a lot more time than it should have, and we had to struggle through that. But now we don't have to worry about shit. We can just steamroll through his territory. And I don't know is this attacking the encampment or the crossbowmen inside the encampment? No, it's just, okay. So I'm taking over the encampment. The crossbowmen, he either disappeared or went inside the city. I wasn't really paying attention, but either way, yeah, this is going to be a swift and very decisive victory because of all the upgrades we've done. We've got Rangers, which is the upgraded version of the Scout. It's not a traditional combat unit, but the Rangers are fairly powerful. They've got 1 tile range, but they do 70 damage with that, or they've got a combat strength of 70, which is pretty decent. And just to look at the rest of the field, we are fighting a battle on 2 fronts. So our armies from the north will be rushing to free the people of Jakarta from Japanese rule. This used to be a city-state, and it will once again become a city-state. And then the armies from the east will push through the other Japanese lands, and we'll raise the cities as we go through them. The reason we're gonna raise the cities instead of actually, you know, taking them and keeping them is because we don't have enough amenities to deal to really do anything with any of the cities that I'd like to take and make my own besides the capitals. And I also don't have a production queue mod installed. And when you take over a new city, or when you take over a city for the first time after destroying it, there's a lot of buttons to click, and I just don't feel like doing it. So we're gonna burn a lot of stuff to the ground. There's gonna be a lot of tragedy going on here today. But yeah, man, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I just ate. A lot of times, you guys already know, I record stuff without, before eating. That's never a good idea. But my belly is full today, and it's amazing. I can already tell you that I am way more attentive and focused and ready than I usually am. Despite the fact that I just clicked on the wrong stuff. Just take my word for it when I say I am feeling ready for whatever the game is going to throw at me. Because that's what food does to you, man. And just because I believe in stereotypes, I had some chicken. And in case you guys forgot or don't know, I am black. I am a black man. No. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I'm black, for anybody that didn't know. Hope that doesn't dissuade anybody from watching. But if it does, probably didn't want you as a subscriber anyway. No, please subscribe, even if you're racist. I appreciate any little bit of traction that the channel can get. We're slowly but surely clawing our way up to 14,000 subscribers. That does sound like a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, it is a very small number. When you got dudes like Markiplier and PewDiePie running around with 7 and 8 million subscribers, it's ridiculous. My troops are just passing by, Gandhi. For now, you'll get your turn to get the big old dick of Macedonia. Sorry, this is what happens when I eat food. I get a little bit excited. Let me know in the comments if you'd like it better if I ate before doing playthroughs all the time. Because I don't, for some reason. Sometimes I do things on an empty stomach. But yeah, this is good. This is good. We are in a very good place to take over the world. I think that the biggest thing that we have to worry about at this point is going to be France winning the game before. I just upgraded this unit to deal more damage versus district defenses, which is pretty valuable because we're sieging districts right now. But yeah, the biggest concern is going to be, what if France wins the game before we are ready to attack them, right? Because if we look at the score, France is almost at the final stage of a science victory. Now, this final stage does take a considerable amount of time, but that's definitely something we have to worry about. And it's also kind of interesting that France is going for a science victory condition, because France is a culture-based civilization, so they are better suited to go for culture, but just, I guess, the way the game has played out, they're going for science. Because they've been left relatively... what's the word I'm looking for? France has been allowed to run amok, pretty much. They've been allowed to just do whatever the hell they want. And I'm going to send a spy to one of the German cities just so I can get a peek at what's going on and you know, maybe get some use out of it. And I noticed that there were some barbarians spawning in this German city, so I'm moving an apostle in there that has the heathen conversion thing. You can see right here, I don't have the technology to make anti-tank crews, but I can convert them into and use them as my own. So I'm going to do that as much as possible, and that's going to be pretty nice. But yeah, I think because this is the only little bit of any French territory that I've seen, and I don't even know if that's Paris. Like, Paris could be anywhere in the fog of war over here, or it could be somewhere else. But, you know, as far as I know, they haven't had to deal with war with any other civilization for the entirety of the game. They have been at war with me, but they're only just now starting to send troops over, and the only place that they can send troops is through this very small choke point, which means I'm just going to kill all of their units before they attack me. The one good thing about America leaving them alive, they are acting as a border between myself and France. So the only way France could really kill me is if they destroy America, and they're not going to do that. The AI is usually not willing to make those kind of really big decisions like that. It would be a smart decision, and it would work too if they declared war on America. They could take them out pretty easily, but the AI is not going to do that. That's just not how they operate most of the time. And who am I to say? I don't know. Costa de Ira Dulce, though, their amenities are at -4, which means they're on the verge of spawning barbarians. So we have to build an entertainment complex and get that up and running as quickly as possible. I'm going to see if is there a great person I can get? There is a great person that will give us perfume, which will cut down a little bit of that struggle. But we're going to have to do a couple of commercial hub projects in order to actually achieve that, because India will reach the goal before we do. They're getting less great merchant points, but they're considerably farther along in the process. So maybe after I build a couple more of these buildings, I will switch over to doing some commercial hub stuff, some commercial hub projects. And it looks like the city of Colony doesn't even have a commercial hub, so why don't we get started on that? I don't know how that happened, how we haven't had a commercial hub this whole time. And one of the problems when you get to the late game is that everything that I could demolish is potentially valuable to me. Like this farm is giving us 7 food and 2 production. That food is nice. I guess I don't really need it. Yeah, I'll just get rid of the farm and the wheat and all that stuff. It's fine. It should be all right. I don't think anybody's going to starve. But yeah, that's one thing, because this city wasn't... I didn't plan a lot of my cities as well as I could have. There are a number of cities that I could have planned out significantly better. And this always happens. The first couple of cities, the first 4 cities, I planned them out like a fucking science. And then every other city, every subsequent city, just... I slack off. And you know, just like with all the wars, the biggest enemy is the terrain and trying to find a way to get all of our units from our territory to the enemy territory. It always takes a considerable number of turns to go through that process. But we're doing it, and we're doing it well. I got this, yo. I got this. I got chicken in my belly. And in my teeth as well. I should have flossed before I started recording, but, you know, we all make mistakes. So let's go on to the next turn. And, no, we can't go on to the next turn yet. There's too many fucking units, man. Sorry, I shouldn't be cursing like that. That was an unnecessary F-bomb. Anyway, let's go on to the next turn. But yeah, man, the playthrough... We're at a point where there is still a chance that we could lose, but the only way we're gonna lose is if France sends her baguette warriors to Mars. That's the only way we're gonna lose. There's no situation in which we will get dominated by military force. There's no situation in which a cultural victory will sneak up on us. France does have a lot of tourists, but cultural victories are very slow burns. Gandhi is looking to trade. This might be why my amenities are so low. I've been trading sugar for cotton and dyes a lot, with him a lot, and the trade must have just run out. So, ooh, he's willing to give me more. Ooh, Gandhi, you dirty boy. You gonna give me all that? I'll take it. You know you need this cotton, boy. That's that Hanes quality right there. X-Temp technology. That may, in fact, be why my amenities in Costa de Ira Dulce are so low. But yeah, the only way we're gonna lose is a very predictable thing, and that is the science victory from Catherine de Medici.
Apart from
Hey,
the clever men at Oxford know all there is to be knowed, but they none of them know one half as much as intelligent Mr. Toad. Apart from the sanitation, the medicine, education, wine, public order, roads, the fresh water system and public health, what have the Romans ever done for us? I have always considered that the substitution of the internal combustion engine for the horse marked a very gloomy milestone in the progress of mankind. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a cartographer.
so we just finished another wonder. I believe that this is our 4th world wonder. We have the Great Zimbabwe, Oxford University, the one we just built, which awards us 2 completed technologies at random once it's finished. Mount St. Michel and the Mahabodhi Temple. We've got a lot of world wonders. This is the first game of Civ that I've ever played in which every single world wonder that I've attempted to build has been built successfully, and that is no small feat, because usually you start building something and then it turns into rubble like 3 seconds later, and it's the most frustrating thing about this game is the fact that you can send traders out to the other civs to find out if they're building a world wonder, but there's really not that. There aren't that many reliable ways to find out if you have competition for world wonders. And we just unlocked the ability to produce tanks, but it is very unfortunate that we have no oil to do so. So we're not going to be able to build them as of yet. Or maybe we will. For now, though, we're going to start production on a school in Rogeldon, or will we? Yeah, we'll start production of a school, and then let's turn our attention to one of the other civs. I have denounced, well, he denounced me, but he has oil, and he is willing to trade oil for way too much gold per turn. Never mind. What about Gandhi? Does Gandhi have oil? Gandhi does not have oil. America? He don't even know what oil is. We're not going to get our oil just yet. Soon. Oil's going to be the next step in our master plan. Because if we can get some tanks out here, conquest is going to be significantly easier. But for now, we'll shift our technology towards the Ruhr Valley. Yeah, I like that. It gives it's another wonder, plus 30% production in this city and plus 1 production for each mine and quarry in this city. That's a pretty nice one if we can snag it. I don't know if it's already been built, but that'll be pretty cool. Ooh, and we got a great engineer, plus 1 amenity for this city and plus 2 housing for this city. Let's go ahead and snag that guy. And we'll send him over to Costa de Iridulce and activate the power right now. So they're currently at -3 amenities. This should bring it down to -2 and increase the housing capacity by 2. I honestly at this point wish that I didn't have as much housing capacity, because that's the main reason I am struggling for amenities, because I got too many people living in my empire and there's not enough to go around. But that's okay. Look at that. Look at the damage my artillery does, man. It's truly magnificent. So what to do? I want to start attacking the city as quickly as possible, but I think I'm gonna be patient with this and not over push. I'm gonna be very intelligent about all the moves that I make to keep my army as healthy as possible for as long as possible, because we've got a long road ahead of us, and I don't want to I don't want to muck it up. I don't want to mess it up, because I could mess it up, and I'd rather not. Because I've messed things up like this before. I've been in situations where I've had a significant lead and I've thrown it all away on some dumb shit. I've done that with plenty of relationships. I've done that with plenty of games. And I don't want this to be one of them. I want this to remain the greatest game of Civ that I have ever played. I want it to be epic. And I'm going to do whatever I can to make it so. Captain Picard style. All right. So we're gonna take a little break. We're gonna continue advancing on Japan, moving our units forward, getting into position, and when we come back, we'll have advanced our conquest just a tiny bit more. So on that note, you guys already know what game this is. If you didn't know, the name of the game is Civilization VI. The name of the channel, of course, iBluairJgR Gaming for Comedy. Thank you for watching. I truly appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.